Hello and welcome to another live stream. I'm XJW Caleb, and today we are going to go. Oh my god, my hair is the worst. I was preparing the live stream and I did not prepare my hair very clearly. Today we are going to be checking the leaked videos, the leaked CEO training videos, circuit overseer training videos that were leaked by Dav King user on Reddit, and really show us like the horrible nature of this religion. I'm also realizing that my background is not really nice, so let's it's is this better? I think let's hope that's better. This is Lucifer. Obviously Lucifer is going to be joining us for a while because he is extremely bored. Erindala hasn't been here for a while, and I've been busy. So usually he gets like more attention, and now he's leaving now. So yeah, he may join us or he may not join us. I don't know. We are going to be watching it directly from Reddit. I decided because like it is. A lot of people are like, oh, where can I watch it? We're gonna watch it direct. Even though I could download it, I feel it's just better if we just download it. If we just watch it where it came from, and give credit where credit's due. I already posted these on my channel, but I wanted to post this with minimum commentary first of all because. Because they're easier to make if I don't put a lot of commentary, and second, because I want them to speak for themselves. Like I feel like this is very easily it really shows they're saying a lot of things out loud that they don't usually say out loud. So I just wanted people to focus on that. But this commentary is we're just in this video we're gonna go through everything bit by bit, and we're gonna check what happens. We're gonna see why people do everything, where they're getting their information, what it means when they're talking about Brother Johnson touching himself, all that stuff. So hello everybody. Let's keep playing while I say hello. I mean, let's start playing, and tell me if you can hear it. Oh wait, you can't hear it because it's on mute. Hold on. You cannot wait. You don't tell me if you can hear it yet. Don't tell me if you can hear it yet. I accidentally put it on mute. Hold on. Can you hear it now?
Before we take our next door, may I talk to you about something that's been bothering me?
Sure.
Since I'm a new elder, I've been giving a lot of thought about whether I should speak up and tell you about something that recently happened on our body. I know you met with the coordinator on Tuesday before the meeting. Perhaps he shared with you that he recently confessed to viewing non-abhorrent pornography?
No, he didn't tell me.
We reviewed his qualifications, but it was decided to retain him as an elder.
When did the body meet to review his qualifications?
Brother Martin, we met about a month ago. We met for almost 4 hours, and the body was divided. A lot of strong opinions were shared. The majority felt that because he voluntarily confessed that he's still qualified to serve. But I think everyone just got tired and ultimately allowed him to continue serving.
Anyway, this is a good moment just to let you know what's happening in case you don't know what's happening right now. Perfect. Everybody can hear it. So let me just explain it real quick. How does it look better? Let's play like this for now while I explain. I think this is very it's very interesting because it shows pretty much a rogue. We're gonna see new elder. This elder has just been appointed, and the guy has decided to go rogue. Why? Well, because one of the elders came out to say that he had seen some naked pictures or whatever, and the elders decided that it was okay, but he obviously decided that it was not okay, so he decided to instead go over their heads and directly to the circuit overseer, who is the overseer that oversees pretty much like different congregations, just as elders oversee different Jehovah's Witnesses. So he's basically saying, hey man, he's basically ratting them out, like and be like being like, listen, this guy watched some dirty pictures. This is dangerous. We need to discipline him. He did not receive the discipline that I believe he should have received.
Was this a one-time occurrence or was this a practice?
This was not a one-time occurrence. He viewed pornography multiple times over a year.
To your knowledge, has the body ever given him counsel on this matter before?
I don't know if he's ever received counsel before in the past. But you mentioned to me in your last visit that no matter how large or small the issue, to always consult the Bible, the Shepherd Book, and research publications. So I was a bit surprised that in that meeting, we never opened up the Bible to read a scripture or read the chapter on pornography in the Shepherd Book.
The most important bit, you can even like skip the Bible if you feel the Bible is not good enough. You can't skip reading the elder's manual though. Like that is the most important part. Also, Ireland Oliver was telling us that they were gonna go to the elders, and they already had their meeting with the elders. So if Ireland, wow, it's because is it because I'm drinking Irish liquid? If Ireland Oliver wants to like hang on like for a bit, like to towards the end, I'll love to like ask you about it and maybe talk a little bit on stream and see what happened, because congrats that you're out though. Like that is the most important part. Let's keep watching.
We should have asked the questions in that chapter and we didn't. I really regret not speaking up about it. But I must admit I did feel quite intimidated and outnumbered.
Well, Brother Wilson, thank you for bringing this to my attention. I appreciate that. What should I do? Should I continue to question this newly appointed elder for more information? Or should I speak to the coordinator? If I decide to speak to the coordinator, should I do it alone or have another elder with me? Is this really a matter for the entire body to meet on? And since the body has decided, is this a closed matter? Should I simply have that newly appointed elder respect the decision of the body and move on? How to proceed? I think I need to take this to Jehovah in prayer.
Yeah, we need to pray about it. We need to pray about it 2021 because we don't know what we should do. We don't know what we should do. But what we do know is that you should pray about it, because when you pray, that's you priming yourself to doing what the cult wants you to do. So let's watch the second part. Let's see what he decided to do. Did he decide to like leave the matter alone? Because I mean, who gives a fuck? Like, everybody is watching it every now and then anyway. Or should he go pharisaical and make sure every single rule is followed? The answer may surprise you. Oh, wait. I know it's in mute. I know it's in mute. Sorry. It's just Reddit is automatically in mute. Sorry.
Amen.
There you go.
Brother Johnson, thank you for taking the time to get with me.
Also, I mean, I didn't want to say that in the video, in the video where I released this in the channel. Brother Johnson, though. That's a joke, right? Is that a joke? That has to be a joke, right? Brother Johnson is the one with the cranking the goose problem. Come on.
And for your years of faithful service, I've asked Brother Williams to join us. It's come to my attention in speaking with Brother Williams and Brother Wilson on your body that you've had a problem viewing pornography many times over the past year. Is that true?
Brother Martin, this is something that deeply ashamed of and embarrassed about the whole situation. I wasn't raised as one of Jehovah's Witnesses, and having been introduced to pornography as a young person, it's been a struggle. But learning the truth, I was able to leave it behind, But in the last couple of years, things at home. It's been a challenge. My wife has entered menopause, and intimacy in our marriage has been affected. And
I love how this religion is so misogynist. Like it has women in such little value that he can literally just blame this problem, right? Like he's like, it's just my wife's not putting out, so I have to do it. So does that mean that somebody who isn't yet married like has more of a leeway then? Like is that what they're trying to say? I mean, oh my God, this is just so stupid, and this isn't the most misogynist thing as we're about to hear. Even though, I mean, the whole presence of only men is already, you can argue, like misogynist by ambience alone. But you're gonna see that this isn't the most misogynist thing that this guy has done, like to his wife.
Due to that, it's led me to viewing pornography. And of course, it's not an excuse, but I view heterosexual non-abhorrent pornography too, just to let you brothers know that.
What does that mean? Well, he knows that they are going to ask him not just, if he watched naked pictures, but what kind of naked pictures were they? Were they only, like basically, were they only straight, or straight, like monogamous, basically? Do the people look like they can get married everywhere around the world? And if not, if there is, even a little bit, a little hint of LGBTQ over there, if there's a little bit of hint of polygamy over there, just, if it's a threesome instead of just two people like having straight missionary sex, that is going to affect you. So that is what their difference. That's why they're differentiating abhorrent and non-abhorrent. I don't want to say the word because we are already probably going to get demonetized. But yeah, abhorrent and non-abhorrent form of entertainment. Basically, that's what it means. You would think that the abhorrent one would be, with children, you know. But no, that's a funny thing. If you watch that kind of material with children, you can even, like, if it's just like a few times, you can just get counsel for it, and it's going to be okay.
But like I said, it's no excuse for my behavior, but that's the situation.
Does your wife know anything about this?
No, she'd be crushed. So I hadn't told her about it.
And they will not tell his wife, by the way, just FYI. The dude is going to tell, like, it has already told like 4 guys in his congregation. He's like a guy that he barely knows as well, like, because it's pretty much like a brand new circuit overseer, and like another guy that he barely knows, probably because it's a brand new elder. So, or at the very least, a guy that's new. So he has already confessed all of this to the elders, but will not confess this to his wife because he knows that it would be an issue to his wife, like if she knew that.
But
By the way, this is one of the many reasons why being in a cult and giving your license away to think to a cult makes your life worse and makes you worse as a person, because you believe that who has to forgive you is like your God, basically. So this elder is far more worried on fixing things with the cult than on fixing things with his wife. Instead, he is very happy to just ignore the issue, and never let his wife know what happened, right? And that's because he thinks that if he did something against his wife, or that his wife doesn't like, but he gets the forgiveness or the punishment from the cult, his wife doesn't really have to know, right? That's not, once you get out of like that kind of way of thinking, you realize, no, wait a sec, like if God isn't around here to police me, like I I kind of have to make it right with the people that I wronged, actually. Not just tell people, hey, can you forgive me for this thing that I for wrong for making something, for doing something that may hurt my significant other.
Conscience started bothering me on this situation, and so I wanted to bring it up to the brothers and get the matter handled.
And since you met with the brothers, have there been any additional episodes viewing pornography?
Yeah, this is it's embarrassing. I'm ashamed to answer that question, Brother Martin, but yes, it's been a couple of times that since informing the brothers that I have viewed it.
Please understand that we're both here to assist you.
That's literally his only line. That's literally his only line. Hey, please understand that we're here to assist you. And then he just looks at the circuit overseer. So he does the rest of the lines.
And Garland, we appreciate being able to speak with you openly and honestly. That takes courage. And we want Jehovah's help. But to get it, we have to follow theocratic direction as outlined for us in the Shepherd Book. I thought it would be good if we read.
I love that. The only way to get God to bless you is by following the rules that are written by the governing body. This is what I'm saying when I say that they say this kind of things like out loud. Usually they wouldn't say this, right? They wouldn't say it in a video. That's why it's not just about the issue in the video. It's just there's issues within issues, right? He is saying directly that they only get the blessing from God if they follow what the governing body says on print, on this thing that the Bible says nothing about, because, you know, you can't use the Bible to judge this because the Bible says absolutely nothing. So you have to use what the governing body says. So this basically, again, proves how much the governing body has direct control over everybody.
A piece of that, okay? Let's go to chapter 13, if you would. I'm going to read paragraph 6. Now, let me review with you what it says here in the first 3 points that are made. There's more, but we'll just take the first 3, okay? The body of elders may determine that the person still qualifies to serve in an appointed position if, 1, his involvement consisted of a few brief viewings of non-abhorrent forms of pornography. 2, he displays a heartfelt desire to desist from looking at pornography. And 3, the elders are convinced that he will refrain from viewing it. Now, I know that the elders.
Those are the 3 rules, basically. So just remember that, like that. Those are the 3 main rules that you get to figure out whether or not they can let it slide a little bit, right? And so again, you kind of are incentivized, especially if you're an elder, you're incentivized to lying, because I mean, the elder is already lying to his wife about this, right? He's already controlling information. So why wouldn't he control information with the elders and just be like, yeah, I watch porn, don't ask what kind of porn it is, and I'll just get my punishment. Again, it's just it is not a good idea. That's probably why I'm not a believer anymore, because it's just I realize how much damage it does to follow a moral code that is written by somebody else, and that you believe that the logic is just with somebody else and they know better. Like I don't think that's right. I think you need to justify it to yourself, and you need to abide by a moral code that you set up and that you find logical, and that you can defend as well.
Elders met with you, reviewed your qualifications, but since this matter really is more than a few brief viewings, and since there's been recent relapses, we're going to need to look at your qualifications all over again Friday night at the elders meeting.
Wow. I didn't expect that, especially considering the fact that we've already went through the whole process.
Yeah, no double jeopardy for you, my man. No double jeopardy for you. Even if they already went through everything, if they decide that they didn't do it Jehovah's way, they will judge you all over again. They will ask you everything. They will put you on trial, and they will make you relive it, basically, like over and over and over again, until they're satisfied that it's done Jehovah's way.
But I'm willing to cooperate if to set matters straight. I have no problem with it.
Garland, let me reassure you that the review of these things is being done with your best interest at heart and that of your dear wife.
To whom we are not going to inform of this whatsoever. This is for your own good and for your wife, who we will not include in this whatsoever, because even though she would like to know, and she will be heard about this. So yeah, this for your own good. We are going to humiliate you potentially, by stripping you from your privileges and all that shit, for your own good. This is how narcissists get away with hurting you, pretty much.
Let's offer a prayer to Jehovah, shall we?
Sure.
And it ends again with a prayer to Jehovah. Again, it is 2021. So, because people were asking, is this out or not? Like, is it how old is this? This is fairly recent, and since it's from 2021, I would say that it's probably it was probably still in circulation all the way up until it got leaked. After it got leaked, I'm sure it is not in circulation, like at all anymore, because like why would they allow that? But yeah, I mean, this is basically how things were resolved in the Jehovah's Witness religion. So it's pretty crazy.
Brothers, I want you to know that Brother Wilson brought to my attention the ongoing problem Brother Johnson is having with viewing pornography.
Brother
Now, I understand that you met with him, reviewed his qualifications, and you decided to retain him.
I
However,
can't believe you did that. You had no right to take this outside the body.
I love the guilty look. Like it gives me the feel of somebody who's ratting out and who feels like who feels over like this situation. Oh, I'm being rebuked, but I did it the right thing, though. It's just, oh my God, the victim complex. It's
You had
insane.
no right to take this outside the body at this time. The body of elders met and they rendered a decision with this situation. As far as we're concerned, the matter is closed. There's no need to discuss it further. You broke confidentiality. In fact, we may have to review your qualifications.
Well, brothers, the reason why I spoke to Brother Martin is because we didn't follow the procedures in the Shepherd Book.
See? Well, brothers, the reason I did it is because we did not follow the rules. It's just, oh my God, come on. Exactly. It does sound very corporate. It sounds very corporate.
brothers, I know this isn't easy for you. It's not easy for Brother Johnson either. But to continue, let me remind you, please, of the responsibility that we all have to maintain good order so that elders' meetings are conducted decently and by arrangement. Jesus said at Matthew 18:20 that where 2 or 3 were gathered, that he would be in their midst. Therefore, to maintain respect for Jesus' presence, if you want to comment, please raise your hand.
Jesus, I
brothers-
screamed when I heard this the very first time. Dude literally pulls rank. They're like, listen, don't interrupt me again. If you want Jesus to bless this, you will raise your hand next time. I know I didn't just see you interrupt me right now. How disrespectful to Jesus over here, who's right here, because that was this verse. You need to be respectful by behaving like a child and raising your hand. Exactly. Raise your hand. What is this? First grade?
Brothers, could you go with me, please, to chapter 1 of the Shepherd Book? It reminds us of the following. It says, older elders should not take offense when younger elders give suggestions or respectfully offer counsel. So I want to commend Brother Wilson for bringing this to my attention. But as a matter of fact, brothers, let's go a little bit further. The Shepherd Book on chapter 13.
See, like the dude over here is like, see, that's on my side. There you go.
Paragraph 1 makes some powerful points here.
Pow.
I'll read it to you. It says, helping a Christian break free from the habit of viewing pornography requires scriptural counsel by loving shepherds. Therefore, when an elder learns that a Christian has deliberately viewed pornography, the body of elders should assign 2 elders to meet with him to establish the facts and determine the extent of the problem. If he's married, he should be kindly encouraged to reveal this matter to his mate. After the initial investigation, the assigned elders should provide an update to the body of elders.
Kindly encourage to let your significant other know that you have breached the boundaries of your relationship. Listen, I don't believe that naked pictures should be a boundary in your relationship, right? I don't believe that. I don't believe that cranking it to naked photos should be an issue in your relationship, right? However, I'm not in your relationship. Only you know what the lines are in your relationship. And over here, this guy, this elder, very clearly went over what the boundaries were in his relationship. And yet they're like, yeah, I mean, do you want to tell your wife? You should probably tell your wife kindly, I'm saying, but anyways, up to you. We are gonna punish you. That is true, and we will want to know every single detail. But it's up to you if you want to tell your wife. Don't worry about it.
Therefore, brothers, I want to commend all of you. It's the responsibility of the body to evaluate whether or not the qualifications are being met by the coordinator to continue to serve. However, after meeting with Brother Johnson and Brother Williams, it became clear to me, in looking at printed direction as well, that the decision of the body of elders needs to be revisited.
I'm sorry, Brother Martin, but I object to this. We feel as a body that we've already put Brother Johnson through enough pain and anguish during this last review of his qualifications. Now I'm going to tell you.
Look at the look of the rat. Look at the look of the. Look at this. He's like, I don't know what's happening. I'm just an NPC now.
Last review of his qualifications. Now I'm going to tell you straight. Our entire body of elders, we understand Garland's predicament. In fact, we discussed the problem that he and his wife have been experiencing. We feel that he'll be able to handle the situation from here on and therefore is not disqualified from serving.
Brothers, how many of you agree with the sentiments just expressed?
I love this. I love this. Look at this. Look at. Hold on. The other brother raise his hand? I don't think so, right? Oh yes. Look. He's like he's trying to stand up for Mr. Cranking Goose over here, right? And he's like, listen. All right. Like maybe he raised his a point. Maybe Rat raised a point, but I still think it's already hand. I mean, come on. You can almost say, hear him say, come on, it's just, he just went to X videos. All right. Like it's fine. Like, and he's like, the circuit overseer is like, well, who else agrees with this? Now, he's not saying, he's not asking this to figure out what he needs to do. As we can see, the majority agrees with him, which includes the guy who raised the point, the guy who has said absolutely nothing, and the guy who's being accused. Like the guy who's being accused also gets a say apparently. But he will not. The circuit overseer is taking. It's not taking votes. He's taking notice of who is wrong.
Well, brothers, since you reached the decision on this matter, can you share with me, please, the Bible principles that you used or the theocratic references that you went to so as to come to such a conclusion?
There you go. So, since you're so sure, can you tell me where in the Elder's Manual it says that you're supposed to be this sure? Can you tell me which part of the Elder's Manual you follow to be sure about this? Oh, nobody can tell me. Like, it's just look at the arrogance in the circuit overseer. I'm gonna replay this because look at the arrogance in the circuit overseer.
So as to come to such a conclusion?
Look at him. Hmm? Huh? Huh? Uh-huh.
Brothers,
Like he's like humiliating these guys. I don't some people were like, oh, like you said that the guy was mad and he wasn't mad, but I feel like that kind of makes it worse. I feel like if this guy had been mad, I would have feel less insulted than him being like this this smarmy, like like this condescending. It's just fucking scream at me at that point, but like that's way better.
are you aware that when we met with Brother Johnson earlier in the week, that he confessed to ongoing viewing of pornography since the time you reviewed his qualifications? Is that right, Brother Johnson?
I
Brothers,
love
you
this.
aware of that?
Brothers, are you even aware that after you finished your investigation and stopped asking him about this kept happening? Are you aware that after you stopped being aware, something happened? What a fucking like smarmy fucking asshole. Again, like it's just Jesus Christ. Like it's just, again, I honestly feel this is far more insulting than just screaming. Just scream at me at that point. Scream at me. Don't insult me like this. He's just pulling rank and being like, brothers, which part of the Elder's Manual did you follow? Like, what do you mean? Which part of the Bible did they follow? Which part of the Bible does it say that watching sexy photos is a sin? And I know that people are going to say, "Oh, Jesus said that you can't see anybody with lust." Do you think? What do you think Jesus was saying when he told men not to look at women with lust? Do you think it meant you shouldn't look at a woman on the street with lust in a way that makes her feel uncomfortable and like in a way that affects her and in a way that kind of like betrays her consent because she doesn't want you to look at her like that? Or was Jesus talking about models just taking photos and videos and just putting it on the internet for people to consume, like with their consent? What do you think Jesus was talking about over there? Like, what do you think Jesus was talking about? Do you think Jesus was talking about X hamster or whatever the other one? I don't want to say like the the name of pornography because I don't want to get I don't want to get hit with demonetization. But now I'm just telling you guys where I get my own.
Hear that? Well, to assist us in
What a
really viewing this,
smarmy asshole. Let's replay that again because I kind of talked over it.
brothers, you aware of that?
You aware of that? Mm-hmm.
Well, to assist us in really viewing this matter properly, let's look at a couple of scriptures together, okay? Please, let's go to Matthew 5. And I want you to notice, please, Jesus' words at verse 28. But I say to you that everyone who keeps on looking at a woman so as to have a passion for her has already committed adultery with her in his heart.
So somebody who is planning on sinning, right? Somebody who is planning on sinning has pretty much done the sin already. That's basically what it's saying. Now, don't interrupt me, Lucy. Now, do you think this means sexy photos? Like, are you planning on sinning with that person just because you crank it up to some photos of boobies? Like, do you really think that's where it goes? Like, it's such a reductive understanding of the Bible and of what Jesus taught. So they can come up with this Pharisaical rules. I swear. Stop
Go to
interrupting.
Paul's words, please, at Colossians chapter 3. Look, please, at verse 5. Deaden, therefore, your body members that are on the earth as respects sexual immorality.
Let's have a little Lucy break. Lucy, do you have anything to add? No? Say something, Lucy. Okay, now. All right. Little Lucy break.
Uncleanness, uncontrolled sexual passion, hurtful desire, and greediness, which is idolatry. Now, brothers, when you review those scriptures, what does this help us understand about brother?
That last scripture only said immorality. And again, they only consider immorality, they only consider naked pictures immorality because they decided. There's nothing in the Bible that says that's immorality. Like this is just circular reasoning.
Brother Johnson's
Don't
conduct.
smell my beer.
And no doubt you agree that what he's confessed to is a clear violation of those two scriptural principles. And as loyal men, aren't we concerned with more than just our personal opinions on these matters? Don't we want to get Jehovah's viewpoint, his will, as we proceed? So, brothers, let's look at what the organization says about someone who's appointed who continues to view pornography. It's here again in the Shepherd book. Let's go now to paragraph 6 of chapter 13. It says, on the other hand, a Christian who persists in viewing non-abhorrent forms of pornography cannot be considered exemplary and thus does not qualify for special privileges in the congregation. So, brothers, do you understand, in view of Brother Johnson's confession, why we need to review his qualifications again? So, to help us meet the understanding of what the criteria is for him to continue to serve, we go back to very specific information in the Shepherd book. Paragraph.
See, everything that they have to follow has to come from the Shepherd book, not from the Bible. From the Bible, he just brought up two cherry-picked Bible verses that don't actually have anything to do with it. And what they're actually following is the Elders Manual. That is why every government that is worried about what this organization is doing should have interviews with the governing body, because this organization is only doing what the governing body tells them to do.
Paragraph 5 now of chapter 13 has questions that need to be considered. Now, did the body of elders get the answers to these questions when you reviewed his qualifications the last time? Brother Wilson?
No, he didn't. And honestly, I didn't speak up about it at the time.
What a fucking rat, man. I mean, why do you have to be such a rat? Like, just allow anybody else to answer at that point. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I do not like this man. I do not like this man. But again, like, he's just a cartoon. He's not a real person, right? He's just a cartoon that the organization has to scare people into following its teachings. But this is the kind of person that the organization validates, that the organization breeds. And again, you can see how you're not a good person when you're a good Jehovah's Witness. You just cannot be a good Jehovah's Witness and a good person, because it's pretty much oxymoronic.
Well, brothers, We need to get the answers to these questions, and we need to do it now. But let me ask you something, and you can give me your frank response on this too. Why didn't you consider these questions with him before?
Brother Martin, I'm very sorry for going off like that. Frankly, this has been very hard, and it was really
I'm very sorry for defending him now that I realize that I cannot defend him in, in good conscience. Well, I mean, not in good conscience, but you know, because the rules say I can't.
hard the last time, emotionally, that is. Garland is a very good friend. No, he's more like a son to me. I think my feelings got in the way and had more to do with the way I made the decision than the book did.
Also, like a son, I feel like every elder looks like they are between 45 and 65 years old. Like a son. Maybe like a buddy, right? I mean, like a son.
That can happen to any of us. But to continue to have Jehovah's blessing on Garland and really on your body, the whole congregation, we need to follow Bible-based guidance provided by the slave. And it's a way to show loyalty to our king as well. So do you brothers understand why we need now to review his qualifications?
It's a way to show
Do you all
loyalty.
agree to proceed? All right.
Do you all agree to proceed? And everyone raised their hand except the guy who's guilty. Does he not get a say, or did he not agree? And the guy was like, who cares? We have majority, and now it matters.
Let's go back again to the Shepherd book. You'll notice chapter 13, paragraph 6. There's 5 points there, brothers. Now, these are the questions that you need to consider as you go forward reviewing Brother Johnson's qualifications. These are the things you may need more information on as a body to make a good decision. So let's review the procedure, all right? Please open to chapter 8 now of the Shepherd book. Look at paragraph 32, please. Let's follow along. We're going to read it together. Brother Wilson, would you do that for us, please?
It says, if it is necessary to review an elder's qualifications, the body of elders should consider the matter with the brother in question present using the following procedure. Number 1, after seeking Jehovah's guidance in prayer, make sure all the facts are presented. Maintain a respectful, orderly atmosphere that is conducive to such a discussion. Number 2, allow the brother adequate time to express his feelings and to answer any questions. Ask him for his view of the matters being discussed regarding his qualifications. Number 3, ask the brother to leave the room while the other elders continue their discussion and decide what they will recommend. Number 4, invite the brother back into the room. If the decision is to recommend his deletion, inform him of this and the scriptural reasons. Number 5, give the brother opportunity to comment on the decision. It may be necessary for the brother to leave the room again so that the elders can discuss the matter further before making a final decision.
Thank you. Now we understand the procedure we need to follow to review Brother Johnson's qualifications. Brother Johnson, I want to reassure you that as we follow these points of review, it'll give us the opportunity for a fair, balanced, theocratic review of your qualifications. And you can clearly see that these brothers have what's best in mind for the body, for you, for the congregation. They clearly have a deep love for you and your wife. We need to get to Jehovah's guidance, though, brothers. Brother Wilson, would you do that for us, please?
And that's how they decide to start relitigating the whole issue. And yes, it is normal speed because Reddit does not have a faster speed, and I'm playing it off Reddit, and it is the way people talk. In all honesty, up till up till like a few hours ago, basically. I was gonna say a few days ago, but no, a few hours ago. These and like another video that I was planning on watching, where like the videos that were out, but just a few hours ago, Dav King posted 2 more videos of an appointment, uh, uh, a rejection and and acceptation, however it's called. And I haven't actually watched them because I've been busy like all morning. So instead of watching the other videos that we were going to watch, which I've already posted in on my channel, let's instead play the new videos, and I will show you my brand new reaction. Again, I have not watched this. I don't know I don't even know if they connect to different videos, or if they're independent videos, because I saw a lot of like familiar faces, but I'm like, are they just the guys who are just like in charge of being actors, or not? So let's watch the brand new leaked not Bethel training videos, but circuit overseer training videos. Oh, I guess I have to change the theme of the thing. Can you watch this? Let's start playing.
And now we have Brother Joseph for recommendation. He has a very balanced ministry.
He really does. We appreciate his willingness to help around the Kingdom Hall. I don't know what we would do without him.
And he can fix just about anything. All we have to do is ask him, and he gets it done.
He's so conscientious. He's one of our most reliable brothers.
I've seen that as well. I appreciate your comments, brothers. But I noticed that his wife and his children did not try to comment at the meeting on Tuesday night. Do we know if they're well prepared for?
Oh, this is him getting rejected. This is him get. You know what? This is not as juicy. Let's start with the less juicy one and leave the juicy one. Now, this is how elders actually get appointed to be elders. Let me make it bigger so you guys can watch. Because before it used to be like a Holy Spirit and shit. But no, this is how the elders that you're supposed to like obey and follow as your shepherds are actually appointed. Let's see him getting accepted. Oh, sorry. It's a mute. It's in mute. Sorry.
Now we can review the recommendation of Brother George. I noticed that he is showing continued good progress. Let's open our Shepherd book to chapter 8, paragraph 3. It mentions, natural ability does not qualify a brother for appointment. He must be a spiritual man giving evidence that the Holy Spirit is operating on him. So what evidence have you seen that the Holy Spirit is operating on?
Well, Brother George is easy to work with. He's open to suggestions, and he follows direction and counsel well. For example, our past counsel to be better balanced in his secular work, it's allowed him to show a pattern of setting better spiritual priorities.
And he's also a peacemaker as well. I saw him take the blame for a delayed literature order, even though it wasn't his fault. He apologized and was very patient with the brother.
Wait, what? So they see evidence of the Holy Spirit because the guy accepted to be the fall guy and something, and because he's easily manipulated. Like he if you tell him to do something and to change something in his personal life, he'll do it. Okay. Again, this is the very first time I'm watching this. I didn't pre-watch this. You're getting my live reaction.
Oh, excellent. Thank you, brothers. Is he zealous in the ministry, doing what he reasonably can?
The entire family has a meaningful share in the different aspects of the ministry. And in fact, they participate in the ministry most weekends.
Oh,
The entire family, because when you're an elder, you have to teach by example. So you need to make sure that your whole family is doing is a good Jehovah's Witness, not just you. That's why being an elder is such a high position, because it indicates that everybody in your family, like not just you, but everybody in your family is committed to the religion.
very good. Is he a student of the Bible? Does he endeavor to help his family spiritually? Is he conducting a study with his wife and children who are at home?
Yes. Two of us had a shepherding visit on his family, and we noticed that they had a nice schedule of family worship, and his two young children, they actually were able to share some nice points from their family worship with us.
Nice.
Oh,
I
wow.
noticed
They
that-
were even able to quote it. Wow. Wow. Nice. Nice. Even I don't get to do family worship. Oh, my God. Our pet's committed to.
As a family, they give meaningful, heartfelt comments during the meetings, which is a sign of good preparation.
I want to add, I had a chance to work with his boys out in the ministry, and both of them had excellent presentations at the doors.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you very much for your
Jesus, is really all about appearances, isn't it? Like, this is really showing how it's just all about appearances. And what are the appearances? Do you follow the cult closely in every aspect of your life? That is how you're determined to be an elder? That's crazy.
thorough comments about Brother George and his family. It gives me real confidence in this recommendation. And it tells me something else about you, brothers, that you really do have the pulse of your congregation.
You really have the pulse of your this is also from 2021. You really have the pulse of your congregation. The guys get congratulated because they are very much on everyone's business. That is crazy. Let's watch the other one now of him getting is it here? Of him getting rejected. This one I already watched. This is accepted.
Now we can review the
Oh,
recommendation of
rejected.
Brother
Share,
George.
share this tab instead. Let's watch it.
And now we have Brother Joseph for recommendation. He has a very balanced ministry.
Oh, Brother Joseph, I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna be as good though. I have a bad feeling about him.
He really does. We appreciate his willingness to help around the Kingdom Hall. I don't know what we would do without him.
And he can fix just about anything. All we have to do is ask him, and he gets it done.
He's so conscientious. He's one of our most reliable brothers.
I've seen that as well. I appreciate your comments, brothers. But I noticed that
So we can extract a lot of free labor from this dude, and he's very gregarious, I guess. All right, but that's not the show of the Spirit. That doesn't show how committed he is to the religion, really, does it?
his wife and his children did not try to comment at the meeting on Tuesday night. Do we know if they're well prepared for the meetings? Do they comment at other times?
Hey, his family isn't commenting as much at the meetings. What's up with that? Have you noticed that? They haven't tried. I've been keeping check. Like, imagine you have to keep check on who endeavors to comment. Like, it's not just like, oh, I hear them comment and it's nice. No. I have noticed that this family does not raise their hand when we are doing the Watchtower study. So, I mean, maybe they're shy. Like, Jesus Christ.
That's true. The wife and children are natural.
Listen, the acting, it is very good. This is the best acting. And people in chat, especially if you've been an elder, you can back me up on this. This is the best acting that we've seen in a Jehovah's Witness dramatization, because this kind of like behavior of corporate / self-importance is exactly how elders are supposed to act, and how elders actually do act, like pretty much half of the time at least. Like whenever there's something like formal happening, like something like this is how they're supposed to act. So the acting is, see, Sam Burns toes, the acting is hyper realistic, to be honest. It is very real. Like, it is almost like we're not peeking in into the average one. We're peeking into what the Watchtower believes is the ideal one and what every elder should strive to be. So elders would strive to be it like this, even in the way that they speak and shit. Like, so yeah, this is, it's one of the ways that you can identify that you're in a cult. Like, people speak differently, even though the acting seems very cringe and everything. It's actually very realistic. It's exactly like Simply Ron is saying, they're so lifeless, just a bunch of robots. That's what you're supposed to do when you're in a cult. That's why this is realistic. Do you think if you weren't a robot, you would be able to say half of this shit? Of course not. That's not how that works.
That's true. The wife and children are naturally shy.
You know, I've known this family for
Mhm.
many years. They're a good family. The brothers and sisters just love them, but they've never been good at participating at meetings. It's just not been their strong point.
I feel like they're about to get judged by being shy, just for being shy. Let's see. Are they about to be judged for being shy?
Well, brothers, let's open our shepherd book to chapter 8 and look at paragraph 4. Notice that while it's true that the brother who must measure up to the spiritual qualifications, what else must be considered?
Well, it says here that we must consider the spirituality of those in his household and that the wife should be a good example.
Mhm. And really, that should be the same with the children, according to their capacity. Attendance at the meetings is obviously important, but so is participation.
So they know, like, they've already established that these people are naturally shy. So, they would obviously have like anxiety when doing this. But the fact that they don't do it is still used against it. Like, they're basically like, it's not their fault, but we're gonna punish them anyway by not appointing the elder, which they see as a punishment. They see them as less. They see the guy as lesser deserving of being one of them because his family is naturally shy, as they know, which means that they don't participate as much in the meetings. They're literally saying it. Like, if you're shy, you will be punished because participation is more important than whether or not you're shy or not. Like, swallow up that anxiety. It does not matter. Here, we participate in the meetings. This is. I did not know that this was in there. Oh my God, there's 3 more minutes of this. We are a third of the way in. What else is in this?
2 of the children are adults, if I'm not mistaken. But since they're living at home, we should be giving some thought as to how the congregation views them, whether they're a spiritual example.
Oh my God, they're also get. See, is what I'm telling you. You will get judged by your family, by whatever your family is doing. Whenever you are, especially whenever you're trying to like go up in the organization, it's not just you that has to be spiritual. It's your whole family, everybody. You have to be bringing a whole family who's fully in order, like who's fully checked in. Oh my God, this is crazy. I mean, I knew.
I think they want to.
I mean, it's crazy that we have it on video. We all knew it is, obviously, but now we have it. Like, now we have a video that actually says it. Like, now we have actual tactical proof, like proof we can touch. Go and touch your screens, everybody, right now. It's history moment.
I think they want to comment, but they can't. They're just shy.
Yeah. Yeah. They're just shy.
Are they quiet and reserved in other settings? For example,
the guy is like, you say they're shy. Well, are they? Are they shy? Try to think of every other setting. And if they're not shy in every other setting, then it doesn't matter, does it? As long as they seem comfortable in one setting. If they're comfortable in one setting, it should be the congregation. Oh my God, this is so culty. This is so culty. It's crazy.
For example, what about social gatherings with the brothers and sisters?
You know, the family is timid when it comes to meetings. Yet, you know, when it comes to social gatherings, they're anything but timid. In fact, they're even the ones who plan and they take the lead in them.
What? Guys, you heard it here first. If you're shy, you're not allowed to have gatherings at your home. If you're shy, you're not allowed to have gatherings at your home. Oh my God. Oh my God. I am a very shy person. I am a naturally shy person. I am an introvert, probably because I was raised in a cult. So, like I kind of get it. But also, like, I'm planning my birthday and I have like some new friends, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'd love to like bring them over so we can just like celebrate with them, right? Even though I am very shy, I can still go to parties, right? Like it doesn't mean that I don't enjoy the company of others when you're shy. Like that's not what that means. It doesn't mean that you can't be friendly. It just means that you don't want the attention of the whole congregation put on you, like with a literal microphone thrown on your face. Yeah, oh my God, this is crazy.
So are they really shy? Or is it mainly at the meetings that they're quiet?
Oh, are they really shy? Or is it just a fucking excuse to not comment on the meetings? Sorry, it still sounds fine, right? Because I grabbed it by the power button. Jesus Christ! Exactly. If you're shy, you have to be shy 100% of the time. Like if you become comfortable at one moment, if you become comfortable with your friends, because introverted people, we still have friends, right? If you're comfortable with them, then that means that you're not shy. Oh my God. Oh my, again, I am a huge introvert. I know that that's not how it works. I know that that's not how it works. That's not how anything works.
No, they enjoy speaking with the friends before and after the meetings. But during the meetings, we rarely hear from them. And I have to be honest that when we spend time with them as a family socially, they are not shy. I wonder what he's doing to assist his family to comment more at the meetings.
I have to be honest. They are comfortable around me. So I don't think they are shy. Jesus, yeah, they're comfortable around you because they don't know who you really are, like very clearly. And he's like, yeah, now that we've determined that this brother has an issue that we've imagined, let's imagine what this guy is potentially doing. Let's see what this guy's potentially doing to help his family in this issue that we decided he has.
Oh, it's certainly important that families of appointed men be exemplary. Have any of you brothers spoken to him about this?
Personally, I can say I haven't had that conversation with him, but I do think he would take that counsel well.
Please look again at paragraph 4.
Look at the faces. I do think that he would take the counsel well. Like, look. Why are they so sad? This is, and again, this is how things go. You know that these guys, every single one of these, are elders who are very high up in the organization. So they've have to go through this like a lot of times. Like they've done this probably 100 times. Like I wouldn't be surprised if it's like around 100 times, because they're very high up in the organization. And the more high up in the organization you are, the more involved in these kinds of decisions you're supposed to be. So these guys have been involved like this for a long time. So this is how it goes. And just look. Why are they so fucking sad?
Please look again at paragraph 4. Is he doing what he reasonably can to assist his wife? Based on the things you have mentioned, do you see the need for Brother Joseph to continue to work with his family so that he will be better qualified as presiding over his household in a fine manner?
We've determined that he doesn't preside over his household the right manner because we've determined that even though they are shy, they're not really shy. That's just an excuse to not comment at the meetings. And he has to, he has to solve that shit before he can be appointed because it's all about appearances. He has to look good. He has to, his family have to follow the appearances.
It seems like it would be a kindness to help him to see the value of helping his family to make spiritual progress.
A kindness.
Thank you. I can now see that we can really help this brother to assist his family better.
Do you all agree then to wait and follow through so in helping him with his family? Thank you, brothers. I'm sure we'll see progress with Brother Joseph's family.
Wait, this is the end, but wait a
And
second.
follow through so in helping him with his family.
You know what that's called, guys? You know what that's called? That's called taking a vote. Whenever people say that elders are no longer accepted by votes, that's not the case. They're no longer accepted by votes of the congregation the way that it used to be. Now they're accepted by votes in the elders' body. They are the only ones who have the faculty for voting over which elder is going to preside over which thing, over which elder is going to get appointed. Like, that's how they get appointed. They get appointed by votes. This is insane. This is just, I'm trying to process this because, again, this is the very first time that I'm watching these. Let me get the microphone all the way funky again. There you go. This is the very first time I'm watching this, but it really shows how culty it is. Like, it is a kindness to elect like a guy as an elder, but also if you decide that the elder is not, following the cult close enough, then it's a kindness to reject them based on the fake shyness of his family. What? These are crazy videos. I don't know who Dav King is. Dav King, if you are watching, and if you wanna get interviewed or whatever, like, I'd love to know your story. However, I think that to have access to this, you probably can't share your story just yet. To be like, it would literally go against your interest right now because, I mean, you're sharing a lot of stuff. But these are the kind of videos that, like, if these are the kind of videos that get out, like, imagine the kind of videos that are still in there. I've been doing this for years now, and don't worry, we will go through the other videos because we've only gone through 1 hour. And if you're here, I mean, whatever, you can hang out if you want to watch the other videos, the original videos that I wanted to watch. Oh, I wanted to watch this video. This was the other video that I wanted to watch. Let's put it over here. But these videos really show how culty this religion is. It shows how this religion works exactly like a cult. Cults need you to at least look like you believe everything, and need you to be pliable, need you to follow anything that the cult does, like that, anything that the cult says to do, like, not just the things that the cult says to do, but the things that they don't even say out loud that you should do. You need to be that level of pliable, and also you have to bring in people into the cult. And I see that with this elder thing, because that's what they're doing. They are basically just like bringing people into the cult and then rewarding like a father when he can bring his whole family into the cult. It's almost like at some level they know that they need all of this growth, and otherwise, like, it all falls apart. Like, you can't have elders who have families who are like unbelievers or whatever, because like, what, you can't teach your family, how are you going to teach the congregation? It's all about looks, right? So yeah, this is just crazy. But let's just see the last video of the series. And this video is not of the series, but of the last video that we're going to watch today. Because we are going to watch for next weekend, we are going to watch the video of Robbie or Bobby or whatever, the guy who had consensual sex and then impregnated somebody, and then that impregnation was considered an issue, and he was told to like not talk to the baby mama anymore. So we're gonna watch those next week, and so subscribe if you want to watch that, and if you don't want to miss that. But I think this is the most confidential video that has leaked, if only for the level that this video is for. This is for Bethel overseers. All right, Bethel, like this video is not only is it not going to be watched, like the other videos are going to be watched by elders, right? That's how elders work. That's how congregations work. This video is not even going to be watched by them. They're not going to be watched by the vast majority of Jehovah's Witnesses. 99.5% of Jehovah's Witnesses didn't have access to this video, which is why, like, I'm very grateful to Davkin, because he's one of those 0.5% apparently who actually has access to this shit. Because this is a Bethel overseers video. Now, Bethel overseers are basically to Bethel branches, the cult compounds. What circuit overseers are to congregations. So you can imagine just how high up they are in the pecking order. Like you have elders, then you have circuit overseers, then you have you have Bethel overseer, Bethel directors, and then you have Bethel overseers. So they are very, very, very high up in the pecking order. Like they are very close to the governing body, pretty much. Like they're just like a couple layers away from the governing body, from governing body helpers and all that stuff. Like I would imagine that Bethel overseers like directly report to governing body helpers and all that stuff. So they're very high up. So the fact that we have access to this video is insane. And what do you think the religion is worried about? What do you think the topic that they picked for training a Bethel overseers was? Care to guess?
Hi, Terrence.
Hey, Donnell.
Well, we have been assigned by Bethel office to see how we can best help Johnny Young. He confessed to being involved with pornography. He initially approached
Sexy photos, everybody! This religion is plagued by people who see sexy photos. Not even apostates. Not even apostates, Sam. Like, not even apostates. Just sexy photos. Just sexy photos online. That is the biggest problem of this religion. Pornography. That is the biggest problem of this religion. That's insane.
me about the problem, and he revealed that he was exposed to it by a non-witness relative when he was in his preteens. He mentioned that he's been under a lot of pressure lately. He wants to get married, and so he has been dating. But the last two sisters he dated called things off, and this sent him into a downward spiral. And it
Gray suits, gray background, soft talking is awfully boring. Yes, I have long maintained that this cult is the most boring modern religion that we have. It's just, if you want to go more boring, you kind of have to, I don't know, you kind of have to like read all of the Maoist writings and all that stuff, you know, like, but you have to go like thousands of years. Like this religions are not supposed to be this boring. Like somehow being boring and bland is part of their iconography, so much so that wearing like a nicer, like brightly colored suit, even though it's still a suit, it would be considered like trying to bring attention to yourself. Like this organization glorifies being bland to a level that it's unseen. Like I don't see I haven't seen a religion be so much into being bland. Not gonna lie, he has a soothing voice and it's boring and it's past 1 a.m. here. Oh, I hope I don't fall asleep. I mean, you don't have one of these, so you need as much help as you need over there. So
In addition to
you're
that,
welcome.
a number of his friends have left Bethel for various reasons, and that adds to his distress.
Wow. What a difficult set of circumstances.
Set of circumstances, guys. Don't you remember? Don't you miss JW lingo? Your material conditions pretty much are a set of circumstances. And he's like, oh yeah, what a difficult set of circumstances. I bet that if some of my Bethel friends left, I would also like to crank it to a couple of sexy videos. I get it.
I really feel for the young man.
I feel it.
Did he say if it has affected him in some other ways?
Yes, he did. He also mentioned that from time to time, while viewing pornography, he slips into self-abuse. In fact, he admitted that these things have become part of his way of coping.
He admitted that he has been coping by cranking one up to porn every now and then. The pharisaical levels of this religion. Like, look at this. Not only did this guy felt like he needed to confess that to another dude, but now this dude is going behind his back to another person and being like, yeah, no, he told me he self-abuses. How is that self-abuse? I mean, I'm sorry. Self-abuse, like abuse, is when you make someone feel bad in one point, right? He's doing the opposite. So where is the self-abuse?
You know, Donnell, it's commendable that he approached you.
Well, he is a good young man, a hard worker. I would never have guessed what he is dealing with.
Yes, that might be true. But when I say commendable, I mean you. You are to be commended. This young man must feel.
Yeah, I'm going. When I say commendable, I don't mean just him. I'm going down on you as well, my love. I'm going down on you as well, because this guy, like you were able to extract the information from him, and that's the important thing, baby boy.
Feel comfortable enough with you, and that you're easy to approach about such intimate matters. So, how can we best assist him?
Well, he said he felt ashamed to have to talk about it, but he sensed a feeling of relief knowing.
How weird, right? Like he felt ashamed to have to talk about like his personal life, you know. Him watching some sexy videos, like he had to confess to that, even though there's nothing in the Bible saying that you need to confess when you watch some sexy videos.
Knowing that he would receive help. So I was thinking that we could share with him some Bible examples of those who made mistakes and who felt a measure of shame or guilt, but received Jehovah's help.
We
Yes,
can
that
guilt
would
him.
definitely help.
We can use the Bible to guilt him into accepting whatever we decide the punishment is.
Assure him that he is not beyond Jehovah's tender care. And after that, if we can ask for specific details as to the amount of times that he viewed pornography and the type of material that he viewed, this will help us when we consider the questions.
We need to establish a schedule. Listen, ask him, like, bring a calendar, ask him to fill, like, roughly, when he cranked it and to what. And even if he didn't like crank it, like just the fact of watching it, he has, like, I said POV, was it Gmail, like what kind of stuff, like just give me the the details. Like, how long did he watch for? How many people were in the video? Was he fixing on the penis for a little bit too long? Like, because like did it was he choosing videos where the guy had a bigger dick, like consciously? Like, or did he reject um the videos where the guy has a small penis? Because that could reveal some of like LGBTQ. Like, this is crazy. Like, the amount of stuff like they're like, oh yeah, okay, he confessed. That's not sufficient though. We need to know all of the details. Like, exactly, like, what sort of grip did you use? Like, was it a tight grip? Because that could be extra self-abuse. Like, if you're
It's
going too
found in the
tight.
Shepherd Book. That is true. He said that when he was between 13 and 15 years of age, he would engage in such activity once a month, but he stopped before he got baptized.
Once a month this is how you know that this was written by Jehovah's Witnesses, because they believe that somebody who has like who's not like sexually like repressed or whatever, like the normal amount of doing it, of just cranking one up, when you're a young person outside of this religion, is once a month. Who wrote this? Is it the same dude that wrote that wrote Brother Johnson's name?
But it has been since he's been at Bethel that these old desires have.
Yeah, to just as Jehovah, like a thousand years is like a day. To a young man, once a month means once a day. And a couple of times, maybe 3 times.
Crept back
A day.
into his life.
Once a day.
And
Once
so
a month.
that is why he asked for help.
Yeah, I really feel for the young man. And we can commend him for not trying to do it alone, seeking help to overcome.
Man, we can commend him for not trying to masturbating alone. Like, we're gonna help him. We're gonna help him so much. We're gonna help guys, we're gonna give him the hand that he needs. Come on, it's right there. It's right there. It's right there.
This really demonstrates that he wants to do things Jehovah's way.
That is true. From what I understand, he's only spoken to me about it. His father and his mother are separated, his father not being in the truth.
Yeah, so his father like would not care. His father would be like, what the fuck are you telling me this? Like, be normal. Don't talk about this. And I love that he's like, from what I understand, I am the only one who knows this. So I immediately proceeded to spill the beans to you.
So he has not been inclined to speak to either of them about it. But those are things that the two of us can confirm.
Very true. So what do you think he's expecting to happen?
I'm not really sure, but no doubt you recall that the dwelling manual in paragraph 79 states that whenever a member of the Bethel family is involved in viewing pornography, a determination will be made whether he can remain in Bethel. So in harmony with that, the responsible brothers have asked us to get back with Johnny and gather all the facts so that we can make a recommendation regarding whether he can remain a member of the Bethel family and a ministerial servant. So based on that, the Shepherd, the Flock of God book, I have my tablet here, says in chapter 13, paragraph 6, the body of elders may determine that the person still qualifies to serve in an appointed position. Does his involvement consist of a few brief viewings of non-abhorrent forms of pornography? Was the first thing. Number 2, does he display a heartfelt desire to desist from looking at pornography? Number 3, are we convinced that he will?
Notice how they are quoting not just the Elder's Manual, but also the Dwelling Book, which is the secret Bethelite manual. So this has like several layers of secrecy.
Will refrain from viewing it any further? Number 4, does he retain the respect of others who are aware of what he did? And number 5, does his conscience allow him to do so?
Where's the Bible? Who cares where the Bible is? What matters is, will people like retain respect for him? Like what are the vibes? That's what matters.
Yeah, that's valuable guidance on how to approach the matter. And again,
Valuable.
I want to commend him for seeking help, having the courage to do so. You know, it has to be embarrassing to reveal such matters to the elders.
Which is why I have never done it. Which is why I always do it in
That is
secret.
true. When he spoke with me, he said that he knows that I'll have to talk to other elders, and he is willing to face whatever comes, even if it is judicial.
No, judicial.
He is prepared for that. He mentioned that he has a lot of confidence in me, and that whatever happens will be done Jehovah's way. So again, he is prepared for that.
Excellent. That is certainly
Excellent.
encouraging.
Excellent. I'm very happy that he's prepared to be disfellowshipped and shunned by everybody. That is really encouraging to hear.
And before we meet with him, would you mind if I said a word of prayer?
Not at all. We need you.
I love that. Like, before you meet with him, would you mind if I do what is customary doing and pray? He's like, not at all. We need all the help Jehovah can give us.
Need Jehovah's Spirit to help us to care for our dear brother.
You guys thought that I was memeing, but that's literally how it ends. You guys thought that I was a cringe meme, but it's actually the cringe way that this thing ends. So guys, what did you guys thought? Like, this is insane. I think these videos are crazy. I think these videos are just, I am so happy. And again, I want to thank Dav King for coming out with these videos. If you want to send me like a couple of videos like in advance that you want to leak, I could just post them as well. You know, like you can give me a little exclusive, you know, that I wouldn't be mad about it, right? But no, but for real, like it is very, 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 very scary to do this kind of stuff, especially when you're in a cult, because of all of the social implications that you may have. So these videos really, really, really show the culty nature of this religion, how controlling this religion is, down to not just like your most intimate moments, but down to like the things your family does. Like you have to pay for your family's perceived imaginary sins. So this was insane. It's crazy how good they can act, because this is exactly how elders act. So I love that I was just able to like react to them with you guys, just fill in like a little bit more of information, so you can better perceive why these videos are the way they are. I'm going to sleep now. Get Lucy, please, so I have sweet dreams instead of the most boring nightmares ever. I'm very sorry. Lucy is downstairs and he is looking outside the window, so he will not come even if I call him. So good night, everybody. I hope you also have a good night, good sleep, love, Sam. Because we're ending the streams. Remember, you can support me. You can send me a donation on Patreon, or you can just like this stream. Honestly, you can just like this stream, or you can just dislike it. I mean,